who gave up. He had some England matches. The most capped Singaporean with this his 147th international, approaching his 20th year playing international for Shah Shahiran at the tail as the teams make their way out in group games. It's the Lions of Singapore versus victory over India last time out in Dhaka. They're off the back of a 3-0 loss to Vietnam. 4-2-3-1 we're expecting. Stadium. Singapore though, this is just the start of the road to Saudi Arabia. Singapore in all red get us underway. AFC Asian Cup group qualifier. Stewart, and immediately in there was Hamza. And Ryan Stewart, who's had a lot of game time with Kanchanaburi, who are in a relegation battle in the Thai League. He wins the ball back, and here's Safwan, who's returned to the Selangor. Stewart. That's Ryan Stewart. Iksan tries to pick up the second ball. Ryan Stewart has a second chance. Shah Shahiran. All dainty touches. Looked offside there. Shah indeed he was. Singapore. He's taken the most advanced position with Kyoga Nakamura playing on the left side as international football truly is an international sport these days. Spread from far and wide. Shakil Topu down to Sohorana. Seems like he's been around there for an awful long time for the back. But for Gavin Lee and co, it really is a learning experience. And plenty of games with players he's involved with. He knows he's got to be physical. Irfan and Safwan also looking to get some pressure on the ball. It breaks to Safwan. Decent crossing. Gathered by Mitchell Mama. Dhaka Alahani, goalkeeper. Another young. That's curled in and put clear by Shah Shahiran. Gavin. Flag has stayed down. Iksan gets the ball across, but it's over the top of Harris. Under Shah, but helped out by Ryan. Into Shah Shahiran, who offers his apologies. Safwan can find Nur Adam. Plenty of possession for Singapore in this opening little spell. Lovely idea. Very much the number one for Singapore. Saduddin. Sohorana. He's got the experience at 31 years of age. Just sits in there, lets Hamza do all his running. Hamza's happy to do that. Tariq out wide. Side once again. There's Hamza Chowdhury. Finds Fahim. There's an arrogance about Hamza. In a good way. Breeds confidence in the rest of his team. Oh, lovely ball round the corner. Mohamed Islam once again. Saduddin measures the cross. Although Sim's done quite a bit, Harris will chase forward. Stewart breaks to Harris, into Hamza, edge of the box is Shahidan. Slows down very, very quickly. Now Adam scoops it out wide, looks for Glenn. Glenquair's done well. Chance to run at his fullback. Kyogo Nakamura, not quite on the same wavelength, the former Tampines. Stewart. Been a regular starter for Uthai Thani. Mid-table in the top flight in Thailand, as that's played in by Ryan Stewart, just poured away. Not convincingly by Mitchell. Decent cross coming in from Ryan. And Harris through. Glenquair. Iksan just didn't get it right, but the flag is up for offside against Glenquair over on the far side. Iksan will be relieved. Second corner of the game won by Bangladesh. 8 internationals. Soho. Nice movement. Doesn't quite come off, but there's plenty of creativity there from Bangladesh. Clearly been worked on that in the training ground. And a lovely spin and turn. Hamza was available on the far post. Now Adam did just enough. And Nakamura's in. Soho Rana. Long range. Need to be very good to beat. Fahim. They've got plenty of height in the heart of the defence, Singapore. And they look for Ryan Stewart. Is that just Nakamura got plenty of targets. Safwan just trying to release himself. Let's get to the back post, and there is Safwan Baharuddin. Closed down very, very quickly. Morselin. Long way out. Harris Stewart gives Singapore the lead in the 31st minute. Irfan Fandi doing all the work, breaking through from the back. Lovely pass, releasing Glenquair. Glenn's powerful shot parried, but only as close as Harris Stewart for his first international goal. Does really well. Iksan's in support, it goes beyond Iksan, and the Harris is there just to put it into the corner. Nice, cool finish. Decent first save, but it goes into a dangerous area. And in his 15th appearance, it's international goals now for Harris Stewart. And Singapore have the lead. They'll have faith in his team. They do score an awful lot of late goals. Did in their Asian Cup qualifying campaign so far. Hamza. Big challenge in from Kyogo Nakamura. The referee belatedly has given the free. And Chichaldu was the top. Well, they will have done their homework. Know that there is a long throw expert in Saduddin. Doesn't quite get it into the penalty spot, but he can certainly hit the front of the 6-yard box. And of course he goes short. Has a second chance. Sarduddin, that's easily cleared by Harris. He comes straight back again though, and anything from... Look at this mottling shot. Safwan is there, and he just jumps into foot of Fahim. Now, the referee was blocked off by 2 players. And perhaps the fact it wasn't a foot or a leg or a lunge, but the upper body that Safwan put into the way of Fahim has brought Singapore a real stroke of fortune. Bangladeshis in the crowd making a rare old racket as Bangladesh through Hamza Chowdhury prepared for this free kick. He's just shifted the ball a metre or so, and Hamza slides it in. Brilliant clearance that by Irfan. Helped back in. Safwan, no real communication as that slides wide. Gets a knock from his own player. Took a deflection there as well. Harris Stewart with the only goal for the Lions of Singapore. No, Adam. This has done well. Here's Iksan. Hamza scraps, wins the ball back. And then Shah does the same for Singapore. Glenn Quayle. Nakamura goes outside of him. Glenn takes on his man and eventually finds Kyoga Nakamura. Advantage played, looking for Iksan. A little bit too close to the goalkeeper. First time we've seen Nakamura get free with that splendid left foot on that left-hand side. Do you know what? From when Glenn was able to read. Oh, ouch. Sarduddin. Again, I don't think referee Ben Abraham has been very patient, I've got to say. That one is a yellow card. He's done well. Half-time whistle goes. Singapore, courtesy of first international goal, locality of Bangladesh, and no real... the Bashangara Kings contingent. Just beyond the hour, Singapore still leading by a goal to nil. Nice first involvement from Vermont, but he just drifted into an offside position. So Harana just finding a little space behind the midfield four. Irfan walking a little gingerly, but hopefully that's not a big problem. Ikhsan, Ilan in the middle. Ikhsan then tries to bulldoze his way through. Wins the corner off Morsalim. Mittel out to Zayan. The 31st minute goal from Harry Stewart. Morsalim has indeed dropped deeper since the substitution. There's Sharia Emon coming on, all over the top. It's for Ilan. To be sure with that, Zeman is closing down his one. His one's already been caught. Safety first from Topo Clear. Safon with the header. Zeman Sharia tubbed in, and that's better clearance. Ilan takes the central striker roles area. Into Chowdhury. Rana. Saad. And Chowdhury goes down under a challenge from Ryan Stewart. And he's still in the penalty area. Safwan clears. Nathan Miles' first touch doesn't accrue. Harry Stewart onto Ryan. For the Bangladesh champions, Mohammedan, go through the current season. Bashangara top of the standings this year, but Mohammedan ended Bashangara dominance in the Bangladeshi league. Offside against Nathan Mao. Runner. Again, just trying to dictate things from a very deep position. So a little bit frustrated that Zayan went backwards rather than forward. Ilan Fandi for 2-0. Flag is up. And just when you'd like VAR, it's not there, of course. It did look like he was offside. He just drifted into a position behind a good line that was being held by Tariq. Yes, he's well offside. Nice line between Tariq and Shakil Topu. Nice finish, confident finish. Ilan again, sorts his legs out. Ryan Stewart looks for Ilan Fandi. And Ilan just on his heels as the pass came through. Just have the explosive speed of his brother Ikhsan. It's not the worst pass. He's just stopped running and then has to try to accelerate Ilan. Well, Hamza wants the corner kick. don't think he's going to get one, but that was a decent break down the right-hand side. Cross when it comes in from the fullback Sarduddin. And then the second ball played back in by Biswanath. Joe did well to smuggle it out wide. And then the cross comes short.